So, in a second session of an SQC is in a statistical control in a specifications and a tolerance. Last class we discussed the purpose of a specification, specifying tolerances, and designing its tendency to specify tolerance to be specified. Today class shall move on to the effect of a careless setting of an specification limits. Means what are the effect arised if you neglect the specifications at various stages, what are effects arises in a specifications. That is effect of a careless setting of a specification limits. Too tight tolerance which are difficult to meet may create a lack of respect for specifications on the part of the production or an inspection personnel. Means too tight means too much essential or necessary. In that cases, too tight tolerances is it very difficult to meet or to achieve. Enforcing tolerances that are too tight tends to increase the cost of production for the following reasons. That is the first one is to meet tight tolerances costly precision mechanical costly tools jigs and fixtures special materials costly process experienced operator may be needed. Yeah, means to meet tight tolerance costly precision mechanical costly tools is very much essential. Jigs means fixtures and special materials also place. Jigs is word and word locate and locate, but fixture is a word locate and guide. Costly process and experienced operator may also be needed in setting of specification limits. Next is the operator has to pay more attention and the rate of production may also be reduced. Means the operator has to pay very much attention in these cases to meet the setting of specification limits. That is the operator has to pay more attention and the rate of production may also be reduced. May also be that is 2 points are considered for the effect of a careless specification limits. Next is the cost of inspection testing and analysis will increase. Means the cost of inspection and testing and analysis also increases. The total cost of the process is increases. Next is because of tight inspection standards, the cost of spoilage rework is also increased. Means because of tight inspection standards, the cost of spoilage rework is also increased. Very much is essential or attention is needed given the cost of the rework is also increased. Since the number of reactions is also increases, means the number of points also considered also increases. The next one is the inability of any process to meet its quality specification. The inability of any process to meet its quality specification is surely increase cost. On the other hand, if the tolerances are too liberal, the value of product decreases. Is difficult to interchangeability of a product. Interchangeability means any product, any bolt, for an example, any bolt and a nut, you matches it together, that assembled one bolt and one nut, another is called interchangeability. Means in the production area, so many people are manufactured so many products at various stages, at various levels. To assemble the interchangeability plays an important role. Means in that cost of that precision and accuracy is also plays in that plays an important role to achieve the interchangeability. Otherwise, the product will be rejected. Otherwise, the product will be rejected. That is about the effect of what are different effects of a careless setting of an specification limits. These are all 5 6 factors are considered very much essential, otherwise it means careless. That affects the specifications at various stages and at various levels. Next topic is setting a realistic tolerances. The setting of a realistic also is also placed instead of having a tight tolerances which are loosely enforced and design realistic tolerances. Designers consideration in establishing engineering specification limits may be classified into three groups. Means instead of having a setting realistic is having a tight tolerance instead of having a tight tolerance which are loosely enforced. Instead of having a tight tolerances which are loosely enforced and design realistic tolerances, designers consideration in the establishing engineering specifications limits may be classified. First one is those related to the services needs of the article or part for which the specifications are being written. Those related to the services needs of the article or part for which the specifications are being written. Those related to the capabilities of the production process to producers to engineering given specification limits. Those related to the means to be used for determining whether specifications are actually meet. Means these all three factors are considered for setting in a realistic tolerances. First one is those related to the services needs of the article or part for which the specifications are being written. Next one is those related to the capabilities of the production process to producers to engineering given specification limits. Next one is those related to the means of to be used for determining whether the specifications are actually meet. That is about the realistic tolerances. Realistic tolerances. That is the realistic tolerances at various stages at various levels. Next one is statistical tolerancing. Statistical tolerancing is the theorem comes under that use of statistical method of tolerance can lead to economic production. Means that uses the economically productions also plays that use of a statistical method of tolerance. When we are dealing with the interacting dimensions are those which merge or mate with other dimensions to create a final results or a specimen. Means statistical tolerancing means when we dealing with the interacting dimensions are those which meet or mate with the dimensions of to create a final results or an inspections. That is about a statistical tolerancing. A dimensions of for example, a dimensions of an assembled part may be the sum of the dimensions of several parts. Means a dimensions of an assembled part. Assembled means the product can be assembled at various stages and levels. The dimensions of an assembled product may be the sum of the dimensions of several parts at various stages. For example, an electrical resistance may be the sum of the several electrical resistance of parts. Means an electrical resistance may be the sum of the electrical resistance of parts. Another one is a weight may be the sum of the number of weights of parts. Number of weights of parts. In such situations, it is necessary to determine the relationship of the tolerance of the sum. These are the two examples of statistical tolerancing. For statistical tolerancing. For example, it shows that is would be a maximum limit is a minimum limit. Is consider an assembly of part ABC whose lengths are interacting dimensions because they determine the length of the assembly. The components were manufactured to be specification indicated a logical specifications. The assembly length will be 35 plus or minus 0.03 0.035 means a maximum limit is in as a 35 plus 0.035 and minimum limit is in a 35 minus 0.005 is this example is considered in a statistical tolerancing. And another one is consider the possibility of assembly of a parts ABC having a maximum length. That's why they get the maximum limit parallel considering that these are the two examples. This is an additive method, means addition is an additive method. This method is mathematically correct, but is too conservative because there is a very little chance that their component ABC all having dimensions nearest the lower limit or higher limit will be assembled together. Will be assembled together. That is about the unit section 2. In that topic there are questions like that, and means what are the effects of careless setting of an specification, means what are the effect of careless setting of an specification list, or what next question is what do you mean by a realistic tolerances. Next one is what do you mean by a statistical tolerancing. These are the with the examples or consider the theory part questions setting a realistic this is about the statistical tolerancing with the examples. Questions are like that. Is an realistic tolerance, statistical tolerancing, or what are the effects of careless setting of a statistical tolerancing specification limits at various stages in the levels.